people who love you the most are sometimes the ones you push away the hardest. And the worst part, you don't even know why you're doing it. This isn't about being difficult. It isn't about not caring. It's about something much quieter happening underneath. Something most people never get told about themselves. Stay with me, because this one might change how you see yourself. Picture this. Someone who genuinely cares about you reaches out. Maybe they check in. Maybe they offer help. Maybe they just want to be close. And instead of letting them in, you go cold. You leave the message unread. You say, "I'm okay," when you're falling apart. You find a reason to be busy. You create just enough distance to feel safe. But here's the thing. You didn't want to push them away. Part of you was desperate for exactly what they were offering. So what's actually going on? There's a term for this. Anxious withdrawal. When emotional pain gets loud enough, the nervous system does something counterintuitive. Instead of reaching toward the people who could help, it pulls away from them, not out of coldness, out of protection. Think of it like a bruise. When something hurts, you don't want anyone touching it, even gently, even lovingly. The instinct is to guard it. That's what's happening emotionally. Most of these patterns didn't start last year. They started when you were young, maybe 7, maybe 9, in a home where needing things led to disappointment, or conflict, or silence. So you learned. You got quiet when you were hurting. You handled things alone. You figured out that not needing people was easier than needing them and being let down. That was smart, actually. It protected you back then. But now you're an adult, and that same defense is quietly wrecking your closest relationships. Someone loves you. You flinch, not because you don't want it, but because part of you still doesn't believe it will last. Here's the thing nobody talks about. Pushing someone away isn't always rejection. Sometimes it's a question. Will you stay, even when I make it hard to? The real wound isn't, I don't want people. It's, I want people so much it terrifies me. And the painful irony, the more you love someone, the harder they are to let in. Real intimacy doesn't feel warm at first for people who've been hurt. It feels like danger, not because the person in front of you is dangerous, but because your body hasn't learned the difference yet between someone who might leave and someone who is actually here. That's not a flaw. That's just an old story your nervous system is still telling. The question is, are you ready to start editing it? You don't have to rip the walls down overnight, but the next time you feel yourself going quiet, going cold, creating distance from someone who's done nothing wrong, just notice it. That urge to disappear, it's not the truth about you. It's a very old habit that once kept you safe. You're allowed to need people now. You're allowed to let someone stay. The version of you that survived by being unreachable deserves to finally find out what it feels like to be truly known. If this hit close to home, you're not alone. Drop a heart in the comments if you've ever pushed someone away and